Hi everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood witch. Happy Halloween, first of all, and happy full moon because this hasn't happened in a while. Um, I know probably a lot of you are feeling anxious, right? Is that a thing? I think it's a thing. So I wanted to A, talk to you about why, because there's reasons, and B, and it's not just your own life. B, give you some tools, okay, for something to do for the next, because it's going to be intense for the next like 72, 90, hours or so. It's going to be intense, okay? So, first of all, what's going on with the planets? We are on a planet, so it's important that we entertain the idea that maybe the things that go on with the planets impact us. You don't have to get all hippy dippy, but just entertain that for me for a moment. So, we've got a full moon, which obviously we know kind of what that does. And then we also have Mercury in retrograde, which Mercury retrograde can feel like things are, we're revisiting, old issues, past traumas, triggers, patterns. It can be a time where things from the past are really coming up. And then we have Mars in retrograde too. Great. Which basically means that it feels like things are stagnant because Mars is a catalyst. So it feels like we can't move things forward. And of course, is that how you're feeling? So Mercury goes out of retrograde. I think it goes direct on November 3rd, which, another big day of anxiety. And then Mars goes back direct around the 13th of November. So things are going to start to calm down in a couple of weeks, but for the next few days, things are intense. And so I'm going to ask you to entertain a couple of things here with me. So we're in a pandemic, right? So I'm going to ask you to consider the idea that maybe we're going through a living evolution because things weren't going that well as human beings, right? We've got capitalism, we've got patriarchy, we've got a lot of hatred, we've got a lot of things that have been unresolved for hundreds of years, right? Hundreds of years. So we were moving very fast, and human beings are pretty dense. We've gotten pretty dense, right? We've stopped really connecting with other human beings. We're using technology in a way that we hadn't before. So we kind of got sent to our rooms a little bit, right? So entertain the idea that what's happening right now is that we're going through a living evolution, that not enough light was getting through, and that human beings have become too dense, and that this virus is about letting more light in. And listen, you can just entertain this idea. You don't have to come all the way down the road with me. But the idea that we carry energy in our bodies and that we are light beings, that we are star stuff, and that things are moving through us all the time. And that maybe, just maybe, Corona, crown of light, is to make us a little less dense, right? All the side effects of this virus, how horrendous the trauma we're going through, but the side effects are we're remembering community. We're remembering what it's like to connect and how much we miss physical touch, hugs, all those things. And I'm an introvert, okay? So I'm going to give you something today. So entertaining this idea that we are, energetic beings and that vibrating with humanity right now, a lot of anxiety, right? Because there's a lot of people in humanity who are pretty dense still. So, and we got to work on this, guys. So I'm going to give you a little tool if you stuck with me this long, okay? And it's a tool that I teach, and it's an ancient tool. There's a lot of, if you want to learn more about it, there's lots to learn, but we're going to do some transfiguring, okay? So transfiguration, shape-shifting, but the idea of we are light beings, we're going to let some light in, okay? So I want you to imagine, and you can do it with me if you want, but you're going to, when you're feeling super anxious, you're going to sit, stand, whatever works for you. You can put out your hands if you want to remind yourself that you're a vessel, and you're going to imagine yourself filling with light. So you can imagine that it's sunlight. You can close your eyes like I'm doing. It's relaxing. You're imagining that the sun's on your face. You're filling up with light. Remember that feeling of being in the sun. If you are in the sun, congratulations. I'm not. I'm in Canada. But this idea, it's not very sunny here right now. But this idea that you are filling up your vessel with light, okay? And you're going to radiate that light, whether it's sunlight, moonlight, starlight, fire, whatever you want to imagine, and that's going to radiate through your body, and then you're going to put the mask on yourself first. So you're radiating yourself first, then you're radiating out. So you're radiating out to your community, to you're imagining this in your mind's eye, to your family, to your friends, and then just the whole world. And you're just wrapping it in light and you're vibrating with nature. And as you're doing that, and please also follow COVID protocols, but as you're doing this, when you're feeling anxious, notice the difference, right? When you actually take a moment, align with your energetic being for a second instead of your spinning mind and your tense body, and just let some light in, okay? Simple thing, small thing, you can do it for a few seconds. It will help you, I promise, okay? Ground yourself. Remember that you don't have to vibrate with all this wildness that's going on, right? And accept the fact that we're getting sent to school, okay? We're getting schooled, and we were never in charge of anything but our own intention. So you can white knuckle it all you want right now, but it's not going to help you, okay? So letting go, going with what the recommendations are, again, going with community, being intelligent, and being smart and respecting this pandemic, but also remembering that you need to take time for yourself. And yes, it's meditation. Yes, it's movement, but it's also recognizing that you're an energetic being and we are going through intense trauma right now. Okay? So hang in there. We got this. Take care, okay? Happy Halloween. Happy full moon.